What's poppin'? So today's video is going to be a story time. I have not done one of these in a while. I think the last one I did was about how I almost got arrested, so if you want to see that, I'll have that link down below. But as you can tell from today's title, this story is also going to be about a little something, what's the word? Illegal. I'm gonna be telling the story about the first time I got caught with weed. And I love how I say the first time as if it has happened so many times. Before I get into this video, I'm gonna do a little disclaimer. This is not me acting like weed is cool. I'm not promoting weed or saying that you should smoke weed. I'm just saying what happened to me. This is my story, my truth. But yeah, let's just get into it. So this story involves a friend that I had that was a very good friend of mine. And I guess we're gonna have to put a fake name for her because she's going to be mentioned a lot. Let's call her Sandra. Why Sandra? Who knows? But let's just stick with it. Also, to set the scene and give you guys perspective, this happened in sophomore year, so it was a while ago because I am a freshman in college. So Sandra and I were hanging out like all day, and we had planned for we hang out during the day, and then at night we would go back to her house. Sandra had never smoked before. She was just basically expressing her curiosity for the plant, the flower, the ganja, the weed. And she kept putting me in a position where she was like, I really want to try it. Like, can we please try it together? Like, can we do this? Like, let's have this moment. Like, we can go back to my house and we can have a sleepover and we could just like smoke and like, it'll be cool, it'll be chill, you know? And my 10th grade head ass was like, okay. So after a whole day of hanging out, we get there to her house and we're like chilling, everything is cool, and it's like night, right? And we're waiting for time to go by because she was like waiting for her parents to fall asleep or whatever. It wasn't just her parents in the house, her sister was also there. So we're chilling, just waiting for time to go by so it can get later and her parents can fall asleep and we could sin, you know? But the thing was that I didn't have a pipe or like a blunt or papers. Like, I didn't have anything. I just had the actual weed. So I was telling her, I was like, we gotta figure out how to smoke it. If you want to smoke, you gotta help me figure out how we can do this. And she was like, well, I don't know. Like, I've never smoked before. Like, I don't know what to do. And I was like, ding, ding, ding. My crackhead ass was like, do you have an apple? And she was like, I do have an apple. It was the last apple, and I took her apple. And you know what I did to her apple? I violated her apple. Okay, let's not say it like that. If you're a crackhead, you know why I needed an apple. But if you're not a crackhead and you're not a sinner, let me quickly explain. There's a way that you could turn an apple into like a pipe. Like, you could smoke out of an apple. I knew what I was doing. I felt like Handy Manny, Bob the Builder, transforming this apple into our sinning device, you know? So I think I went first because she just wanted to see how to do it. So I put the weed in the apple and I hit it. I think I took a couple hits actually before I gave it to her. And I like talked her through it, and then she took a hit and like, I don't think she hit it right because she said she didn't feel anything. So I don't know. I tried. Yeah, I think she only hit it like once or twice, but it didn't really do anything because I don't think she did it right. So then she gave it back to me, and I think I took a few more hits. But here is where I made the mistake. This is on me, and this is the stupidest thing I've ever done. And I've done a lot of stupid things. Well, okay, I don't know if it's the stupidest thing, but it was pretty dumb, and you're gonna be like, wow, you're dumb. So my dumb head ass was like, oh no, you can hear the sound of the lighter, like the like, you know. I told her, and I don't know why she listened to me too, like I said to her, I was like, to cover up the sound of the lighter, we should make noise. And she's like, yeah, we gotta make noise. So to cover the noise of the lighter, my idea was to cough. To cough. We are smoking, and my idea is to make noise, and that noise is a cough. Like, And this is when I knew I was mentally slow. So we're there and we're coughing, like trying to make noise, like we're thinking we're so smart, like we got this, we're totally like not gonna get caught. And then my asshole tightens as I hear her sister yell and exit her room. And you know what she yelled? You just hear at the top of her lungs, she storms out like, "Huele weed!" And I was like, the neighbors probably hate me, oh my god. Anyways, my heart dropped so far into my ass, like I was just so shook. And like, of course, immediately my reaction is get all the shit, like put it in my backpack. I think I remember her sister was trying to get in, but Sandra locked the door, so that's why we had the extra time to like put everything away and be like, ooh. But at this point, Sandra was fine, but I knew what I was doing, so I was high as shit. So obviously her sister screaming woke up her parents, so they all come out of their room and they all come to Sandra's room. They finally get the door open, and once they did, like all the stuff was gone. We're just sitting there like, oh shit. So her parents finally come in and they're just going at it. Like Sandra's trying to defend herself, but they're like, nope, like we ain't stupid. And you just hear them like, it smells like smoke, like it smells like weed. She's like, no, huele patas, like it's of the feet, it's not weed. And then I remember her dad like got her hands and like smelled her hands, and he just looked up like so slowly, so like dramatic. Like it was such a cinematic moment. It was just like, huele weed. And I was just there like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? Because at that point it was like the middle of the night. So after he smells her hand and he like says like it's weed, he starts like looking through our things, and they start going through my backpack. However, I don't understand this. This is so mind-boggling to me, and like I'm just so blessed. Tell me why they looked in the big pocket and not the little pocket. Like, wouldn't you look in the little pocket too? Like, just look in the big pocket, like all my clothes and stuff, because it was a sleepover. Like, they didn't look in the little pocket. So they didn't actually find the weed, but they just like smelled the weed and they like knew that we had smoked weed because it all smelled like smoke. But they didn't physically see it and they didn't find it. And oh my god, if they had found it, I don't know what I would have done, but hallelujah, I'm lucky as fuck. I don't know. So at first her parents were talking about getting my mom to come pick me up, but then I don't know, they just made like such a fast decision. They were like, no, never mind, like we're gonna go and take her. And I was like, oh my god, like they're gonna And at first in my head I was like, okay, my mom can come pick me up. I could tell her like the address to like one house down, so when I leave I can just like quickly run to the car and just dip, right? Like, I don't know, in my head I was trying to find any way for them to not talk to my mom, because I really didn't want to get in trouble. I was in 10th grade and I was living my best life, so no, I did not want to get grounded. So in my head, when they told me that they wanted to take me, I was like, shit, like how am I gonna get out of this? So we get in the car and I'm just still high as fuck, just looking out the window, minding my own business, like holy shit, like I cannot believe this is happening. Parents are just going off at her like the whole car ride, and I'm just there like. So we finally get to the apartment and it's like gated. So usually what I'll have people do when they pick me up or drop me off is there's a gate, right? But if you go forward, there's like a main office building and there's like parking there. So usually I tell them to go there because there's like also a little gate there that I could just walk through instead of going in with the car, you know what I'm saying? So I just told them to like go in through there like the normal, so I could just leave through the gate into my apartment without them, you know, so like that whole conversation wouldn't happen. But they were like persistent on getting me through the gate with their car. Like they wanted to get me to my apartment, and I kept lying and saying like, oh, I don't know the code, just because I was so scared they were gonna talk to my mom, because like duh, they were gonna talk to my mom. I just smoked out their daughter. So we were there and we were stuck where the code was, because obviously like we couldn't get in without the code. And I think one of them was like out trying to figure it out or something, and then a car pulls up behind and I start freaking out because that car, obviously either they know the code or they have like the button that like just opens the gate, and I was like, holy shit, like they're gonna get in and I'll have no choice but to tell them where I live and they will talk to my mom. So this is the moment where I have never felt more smart. I have my dumbest moment and my smartest moment in one story. Still high as fuck. I look at the door. I'm just like zoned out, right? Just staring at the door. And I see like the lock part is sticking up. So that means it's unlocked, right? And I'm just staring at it like, it's unlocked. And I just turn and I look at Sandra. And then I look up at the parents. And I was like, So I get my backpack and I put it on. And I wait a little bit more. And then I fucking did. I opened the door and I ran as fast as I could with my fat as fuck backpack. I fucking looked like the Hunchback of Notre Dame or something. I was fucking like, I was hauling ass to the little gate and I fucking made it through. And I was running just so fast. I remember running like as fast as I could. I was running so fast that when I finally got to like the door of the apartment, I fucking tripped. I ate shit, but I was so scared. I fucking got up anyways and I made it through, and I got to my room and I laid down and I was like just finally breathing, you know, and I thought to myself like, wow, I did that. And I sat there, I was just trying to catch my breath and just steady my heartbeat because it was just racing so fast. But I fucking dipped. So I don't know what happened to them. They probably did get into the apartment complex and maybe circle around and left because they didn't find me. I'm literally sweating from just reliving that story about how I was a complete genius and escaped like that, because who would have thought to do that? Like, I feel like literally anybody else would have just sat there in the car and like would have gone to the apartment and they would have gotten in trouble and their ass beat by their mom, you know? That is forever my smartest moment, my most proud moment, my favorite story. And then after that, I was always scared to see her mom at school events and shit. I would always like try to avoid her, be like sorry, like I smoked out your daughter. Like, I mean, she didn't smoke it right, but like I tried. But yeah, that's the story about the first time I got caught with weed. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, turn on post notifications to become a part of the Elote family, comment anything you want, follow all my social media, which will be down below. That's all I got for you guys today, so bye.